My child, lean in and listen closely, for the whispers of the eternal are meant specifically for your heart in this sacred moment of transition. I have watched you walk through the long, dusty valleys of lack, and I have heard the silent sighs that escape your lips when you look at the resources in your hands and find them wanting. You have often wondered in the quiet hours of the night if I see the struggle, if I notice the way your heart tightens when the bills arrive, or when the dreams you harbor feel out of reach because of the emptiness of your purse. I want you to know, with a certainty that surpasses all human understanding, that I have seen every tear you have shed over your bank balance, and I have counted every worry that has kept you awake while the world slept. But today, I am not here to merely sympathize with your scarcity. I am here to announce its expiration date. I am your Father, the sovereign provider of all that is seen and unseen, and I am speaking a new reality into the fabric of your existence. Hear my voice clearly as it resonates through the chambers of your spirit. This time next year, your wallet will not be empty. It will not merely be sufficient for your basic needs, nor will it be just enough to get by, but it will be a vessel of my overflowing grace, and a testament to the fact that I am the God who makes a way where there seems to be no way. This journey we are beginning together is not just about currency or coins, though those things will follow. It is about the restoration of your dignity and the fulfillment of the promises I etched into your soul before you were even formed in the womb. You have lived in a season of drought for long enough, believing that smallness and struggle were your permanent portion, but I am expanding your territory and recalibrating your expectations. Look at the birds of the air and the lilies of the field. Do I not clothe them in splendor? Do I not ensure they are fed without them ever having to worry? How much more do I value you, my beloved child? The cycle of survival that has exhausted your spirit is being replaced by a rhythm of revival and abundance. I am teaching you the hidden secrets of the kingdom, where the math of man is eclipsed by the multiplication of the spirit. This time next year, you will look back at this very moment and realize it was the definitive turning point in your life. You will see how I began to move the mountains of debt that seemed immovable, and how I opened doors of opportunity that no man could shut. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your fears, and I am declaring that your cup will run over. Do not let your heart be troubled by what you see in the natural today, for the natural is subject to the supernatural. The seeds you have sown in tears and the faithfulness you have shown in the midst of your trials are about to burst forth into a harvest of joy that you cannot contain. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking the ancestral chains of poverty that have bound your lineage for generations. This is a divine decree, a fatherly promise that stands firm against the shifting sands of the world's economy. You are entering a season of supernatural favor where the resources you need will find you, and the wisdom to manage them will be poured into your mind with clarity. Believe that I am working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances, and shifting the hearts of those who hold the keys to your advancement. Your wallet will be a well that never runs dry because it is now connected to the infinite supply of my heavenly storehouses. Walk with me now, step by deliberate step, and let go of the fear that has dictated your decisions for so long. From this day forward, your perspective is changing. You will no longer look at what you lack, but at the abundance of the one who holds the entire universe in the palm of his hand. This is the start of your transformation. This is the end of your emptiness. This is the dawn of a year that will change everything, for I am with you, and my word does not return void. I am breathing life into your finances and hope into your spirit. Rest in this truth. Your future is not defined by your past mistakes or your current balance, but by my love and my power which are limitless. You are moving from the desert to the promised land, and I am leading the way with a pillar of fire to light your path. My child, as you stand on the threshold of this new season, feel the warmth of my presence wrapping around you like a cloak of favor. The desert wines that once parched your soul are being replaced by the gentle rains of my provision. I'm not merely filling your pockets, I am healing the wounds left by years of scarcity. Every night you spent counting what was left, every moment of anxiety that gripped your chest as you looked at the bills, I was there, and I saw your faithfulness in the midst of the trial. Now listen closely to the sound of the chains breaking. The cycle of just enough is ending, and the era of more than enough is beginning. I am rearranging the very atoms of your circumstances to align with my will for your prosperity. You have prayed for an opening, and I tell you, the doors are not just unlocking, they are being removed from their hinges so that you may walk through without hindrance. Do not look back at the crumbs of yesterday, for I have prepared a banquet for your tomorrow. Your wallet will not be empty because I have placed a divine seal upon your resources. What I give, no moth can eat and no rust can destroy. This is not a temporary relief, but a foundational shift in your lineage. I am breaking the generational curses of poverty that have whispered lies into the ears of your ancestors and into yours. I am speaking a new word over your house: abundance. It is not an abundance for your selfish desires, but an abundance that allows you to be a river of blessing to others. As I pour into you, you will find that the more you give, the more the fountain overflows. This is the mystery of my kingdom, that in letting go you receive. This time next year, you will look at your accounts and see not just numbers, but evidence of my grace. You will see debts canceled, investments flourishing, and opportunities that seemed impossible suddenly becoming your daily reality. I am opening the windows of heaven, and I challenge you to test my word. Walk in integrity, for the wealth of the righteous is stored up for a purpose. I am giving you the power to get wealth so that my covenant may be established in the earth through you. Even now, I am whispering your name to those in positions of influence. I am bringing your name to the minds of decision-makers while they sleep. You will find favor in the eyes of strangers, and doors that were shut to others will swing wide for you. Do not fear the fluctuations of the world's economy, for you do not live under the world's system. You live under my sovereignty. When the world says there is a casting down, you shall say there is a lifting up. Your wallet will be a testimony of my goodness. It will be a vessel of hope. When others ask how you have thrived while others struggled, you will tell them of the Father who cares for the sparrows and how much more he cares for his children. I am teaching you the language of increase. Remove "I cannot" from your vocabulary and replace it with "my God shall supply." I am the great provider, the Jehovah Jireh who sees ahead and makes the way. This time next year, the tears you shed in secret over your financial burdens will be replaced by tears of joy as you witness the miraculous. I am restoring the years that the locust has eaten. Every lost opportunity, every stolen seed, I am returning it to you sevenfold. Rest your weary head, for the struggle is no longer yours to carry. I have taken the yoke of lack upon myself and given you the light burden of my grace. Trust me with the timing, trust me with the method, and trust me with the outcome. My heart beats for your well-being, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. You are entering a season of supernatural momentum. What used to take years will now take months. What used to take months will now take days. This is the speed of my favor. Believe it, receive it, and walk in the confidence of one who is deeply loved and divinely provided for. My child, listen to the whisper of the Spirit as it guides you toward your harvest. You have sown in tears, but you shall reap in songs of joy. I am aligning your steps with the rhythm of grace, and every transaction you make from this day forward shall be touched by the oil of my anointing. Your bank account will no longer be a source of shame or stress, but a storehouse for the work I have called you to do. Behold, the storehouses of heaven are opening, and the overflow is directed toward you. I am breathing upon your career, your business, and your creative ideas. New streams of income are beginning to bubble up from the dry ground. Watch as the barren places in your life begin to bloom with the blossoms of prosperity. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the walls of limitation that have surrounded your finances for decades. You are no longer a slave to debt. You are a steward of my riches. This time next year, your testimony will be, "Look what the Lord has done." Your wallet will not be empty because I am its source and my supply is inexhaustible. Walk in this truth, breathe in this peace, and move forward with the boldness of a king's child. I am with you always, and my love for you is the greatest wealth you will ever possess. But even in the natural realm, my hand is moving, and you will see the fruit of it very soon. Peace be unto you, for your provision is secured in me. Do not be startled by the speed at which I shall perform these things, for when the season of waiting concludes, the season of manifestation begins with a momentum that the world cannot understand. You have been in a crucible of preparation, and though you felt the heat of the fire, it was only to refine the vessel that will now carry the heavy weight of my blessing. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins, and so I have been stretching you, expanding your capacity to hold the abundance that is arriving. Every tear you shed over unpaid bills, and every night you spent in the quiet desperation of wondering how you would survive has been captured in my bottle. Not one prayer was ignored. I am now translating those prayers into tangible results. I am commanding the north, the south, the east, and the west to yield up the treasures that have been reserved for your name. There are contracts with your name on them, inheritances that were diverted that are now being redirected back to your house, and ideas that will disrupt industries, all flowing from the throne of grace to your willing heart. I am the Lord who teaches you to profit. Listen closely to the whispers of my spirit in the night season. I will give you instructions that seem foolish to the wise of this world, but in those instructions lies the key to your financial liberty. When I say give, give with a cheerful heart, for you are not losing. You are sowing into a soil that is supernaturally charged for 100-fold return. When I say move, move without hesitation, for I have already gone before you to make the crooked paths straight and the rough places smooth. You shall no longer be the tail, but the head. You shall no longer be the borrower, but the lender to many nations. This is the covenant I have established with you, not because of your perfection, but because of my promise. I am looking for those who will handle wealth with the heart of a servant and the mind of a king. As I fill your wallet, I am also filling your heart with a compassion that will overflow to the needy, the broken, and the lost. You are becoming a conduit of my grace. The more you release, the more I will replenish. The cycle of lack is broken, shattered by the weight of my glory. Visualize the transformation. See the numbers changing. See the debts dissolving like mist in the morning sun. I am the God who calls those things that be not as though they were, and I am calling your financial stability into existence right now. This time next year, you will walk into stores without the heavy weight of calculation. You will plan for your future without the shadow of fear. You will give to your children's children a legacy that is free from the shackles of poverty. I am placing an invisible mark of favor upon your financial documents. When men look at your applications, they will see my favor. When they review your business plans, they will see my wisdom. I am closing the mouths of the devourers that have eaten away at your harvest in years past. The locusts and the cankerworms are being driven out by the wind of my spirit. The ground under your feet is being healed. Rest in this assurance. I'm not a man that I should lie. If I have spoken it, I will bring it to pass. The rhythm of your life is shifting from the frantic pace of survival to the steady heartbeat of thriving. Take a deep breath and release the anxiety that has made its home in your chest. I have evicted the spirit of lack. I have installed the spirit of abundance. You are well-able, you are well supplied, and you are eternally loved. My storehouses are your storehouses. My gold and silver are yours to use for the building of my kingdom and the joy of your household. Walk tall, for the King of the universe is your Father, and he has decided that this is your time to shine. The shadows of not enough are fleeing as the dawn of more than enough rises over your horizon. You are entering a year of jubilee, a year where the land rests and the harvest comes in without the sweat of anxiety. Trust in me, for my hand is upon your future, and I have declared that your storehouse shall be full to overflowing. It is finished, and it is beginning, all at once. Be still and know that the transformation I am working in your life is not superficial, it is foundational. I am digging deep into the soil of your soul to remove the roots of scarcity that were planted there by the world. You have spent years believing that there is only so much to go around, but I am the God of the infinite. When I create, I do not run out of material. When I give, I do not run out of resources. You are my child, and as an heir to my kingdom, you have access to a vault that never closes. Can you feel the shift? It is subtle, like the first breath of spring against the winter chill, but it is certain. I am speaking to the systems of this world on your behalf. I am commanding the north, the south, the east, and the west to release what has been held back from you. Those rewards you thought were lost, I am restoring them. The years the locusts have eaten, I am redeeming them. I want you to walk with a new posture. Lift your chin and let the light of my favor rest upon your face. When you walk into a room, you are not walking in as a beggar. You are walking in as a representative of the Most High. I have given you a signature that carries weight in the spirit realm. This time next year, you will be standing on a mountain of my making, looking down at the valley of lack that you have finally exited. You will see that every prayer you whispered in the dark was a seed planted in a hidden garden, and now that garden is in full bloom. The fragrance of your breakthrough will draw others to me. They will see the change in your countenance and the ease in your life, and they will ask, "Who is your God?" And you will tell them of the Father who loves to give good gifts to his children. I am your shield and your great reward. I am the one who teaches your hands to war and your fingers to fight, but in this season I am teaching your heart to receive. Receiving is a grace that many of my children struggle with. You are used to the struggle, used to the hustle, used to the grind. But I am inviting you into the flow. The flow of my spirit is like a river that never runs dry. It carries with it the silver and the gold, but more importantly, it carries the peace that allows you to enjoy it. I am removing the curse of the more you have, the more you worry. I am replacing it with the blessing of the more you have, the more you give. Generosity will be your new language. You will find joy in being the answer to someone else's prayer. Because your wallet is full, you will be able to fill the empty hands of the widow and the orphan. You will be my hands and my feet in a world that is starving for evidence of my goodness. Do not worry about the economy of man. Do not listen to the reports of famine or recession. My economy is not based on the stock market. It is based on my word. And my word says that I will supply all your needs according to my riches in glory. This time next year, the numbers on your screen will no longer cause your heart to race with fear. They will be a testimony to my provision. I am clearing the path. Every obstacle of debt is being leveled. Every mountain of interest is being cast into the sea. I am giving you the power to create wealth, not so that you can hoard it, but so that you can establish my covenant on the earth. This is a holy assignment. I trust you with this abundance because I have seen your heart. I have seen how you have been faithful with the little, and now I am making you ruler over much. The doors are swinging wide. The chains are falling off. The light is growing brighter. You are moving from the desert into the land of milk and honey, Drink deeply from the well of my promise. It is for you. It is for your children. It is for your children's children. The cycle of lack ends with you. The legacy of abundance begins today. Rest in this truth. Let it settle into your bones. I have spoken it, and I am watching over my word to perform it. You are blessed coming in and blessed going out. Your basket and your storehouse are blessed. You are the head and not the tail. You are above only and not beneath. This is your reality. This is your future. This is my love in action. Trust me, for I am already in your next year, preparing the way for your arrival. My hand is not short that it cannot save, and my ear is not heavy that it cannot hear your heart's quietest longing. I am weaving a tapestry of prosperity that will cover the nakedness of your past shame. The days of making do are being traded for days of having plenty. I am pouring out a spirit of discernment so you will know where to sow and where to reap. You will no longer waste your strength on ground that yields nothing. I am your Father, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Receive it now. Let the abundance begin in your spirit, and watch as it manifests in your physical world. It is a new day, and the sun will never set on my favor in your life. Be at peace. Your wallet is being filled, your heart is being healed, and your future is being secured by my own hand. I am looking into the depths of your bank accounts and your cupboards, and where there was once a hollow echo, there shall be a solid weight of plenty. I am the God of more than enough. I am the God who creates out of nothing. I am the God who loves you with an everlasting love. This journey of 1,000 miles begins with the single step of your belief. Walk with me. Talk with me. Expect the best, for I am the best, and you are mine. Forever and always you are mine. As you walk with me, observe how the landscape of your life begins to shift. This is not a fleeting season of luck or a temporary reprieve from your burdens, but a permanent relocation to the land of my provision. I am recalibrating your perspective so that you no longer see through the lens of not enough. You have spent far too long measuring your worth by the numbers in a ledger, but I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am the Father who calls you an heir to everything I possess. This time next year, the very memory of your current anxieties will feel like a distant dream, a shadow that has been chased away by the rising sun. I am moving in the invisible realms, rearranging circumstances and opening doors that no man can shut. I see the nights you spent calculating, the mornings you woke up with a heavy heart, wondering if there would be enough for the bills, the children, and the future. Hear my voice. Those days of calculating in fear are ending. I am replacing your calculator with a compass that points toward my grace. I am teaching you the rhythm of the kingdom, how to receive without guilt, and how to give without the gripping hand of terror. Your wallet is not merely a place for currency. It is a tool for my glory, and I am making it a fountain that does not run dry. Prophetically, I declare over your house that lack is a stranger being evicted this very hour. Debt is a chain being melted by the fire of my presence. I am looking into your tomorrow, and I see a version of you that is unburdened and free. I see you standing in a place of overflow, where you are the lender and not the borrower, where you are the one who provides relief to others because I have first provided it to you. This is the divine cycle of grace. I am sharpening your intuition so that you will recognize the opportunities I am placing in your path. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people whose hearts I have already prepared to favor you. This is not by your might or by your power, but by my Spirit. The seeds you have sown in tears, even those small acts of faithfulness when you had nearly nothing, are now reaching their season of harvest. I have not forgotten a single prayer or a single tear. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the walls of stagnation that have hemmed you in. By this time next year, you will look back and marvel at how the mountains moved. You will see how the crooked paths were made straight and how the desert places in your bank account became pools of water. Do not be afraid to dream again. Do not be afraid to plan for a future that is bright and expansive. My love for you is not conditional upon your productivity, but my provision for you is part of my covenant. You are the apple of my eye, and it is my delight to see you thrive. I am healing the trauma of past losses. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten. Every missed opportunity and every stolen blessing is being returned to you with a divine increase. Feel the weight of my peace settling over your shoulders like a warm mantle. The pressure is off, my child. You do not have to carry the world on your back when I am the one who carries you. Trust the process of this transformation. Even when you cannot see the gears turning, know that the machinery of heaven is working on your behalf. Your wallet will be heavy with the physical manifestation of my goodness, and your heart will be light with the joy of my presence. I am your provider, your protector, and your constant. As we continue this journey, keep your eyes on me. Do not look to the right or to the left, and do not be discouraged by the giants in the land. The giants are bred for you. They are the evidence that you are entering a land of great promise. Your empty wallet was only a placeholder for the abundance I am now pouring in. Breathe deeply and rest in the assurance that I am doing a new thing. It is springing forth even now. Can you perceive it? This is the hour of your visitation. This is the year of your restoration. You are loved beyond measure, and you are provided for beyond your wildest imagination. Walk in this truth today, and watch as the world around you begins to reflect the riches of my kingdom. My child, listen closely as I speak into the very marrow of your being, for there is a shift occurring in the spiritual atmosphere that your physical eyes have yet to fully witness. You have spent seasons wondering if the drought would ever end, if the prayers whispered in the dark would ever find their answer in the light of day. I tell you now, the clouds are heavy with the rain of my favor, and the parched ground of your life is about to experience a saturation of my provision. When I say that your wallet will not be empty this time next year, I'm not merely speaking of a temporary influx of currency. I am declaring a permanent shift in your station. You are transitioning from a seeker of scraps to a steward of substance. I have watched you navigate the lean years with a heart that tried to stay faithful even when it was breaking. I saw the moments at the kitchen table where you stared at bills as if they were giants you could not slay. I am the stone that brings down the Goliath of your debt. I am the wind that parts the Red Sea of your financial impossibility. As you continue this walk with me, I am teaching you the language of the kingdom, a language that does not speak of not enough, but speaks of more than sufficient. Look upon the horizon of your life and see the dawn of a new financial era. I am not a man that I should lie, nor the son of man that I should repent. What I have spoken with my mouth, I am now performing with my hand. Do not let the whispers of the enemy convince you that you are forgotten, or that your needs are too small for my attention. You are inscribed on the palms of my hands. Every struggle you have faced with your finances was but a school of faith, a refining fire intended not to consume you, but to consume the fear that lived within you. Now that you have learned to lean on me as your ultimate source, I can entrust you with the riches that are coming. Your wallet will not just be full for your own sake, it will become an overflowing well from which others can drink. I am breaking the generational curse of just enough and barely making it. I am ushering you into the season of overflow. Think of the dreams you tucked away in the back of your heart because you simply could not afford to believe in them. I am telling you to dust them off. I am the one who gives you the power to get wealth, not for the sake of pride, but to establish my covenant on the earth through your life. This time next year, the numbers on your screen and the resources in your hand will tell a story of my absolute faithfulness. You will walk into stores and no longer feel that familiar tightening in your chest. You will see a need in a brother or sister and have the immediate capacity to meet it without hesitation. This is the liberty I have called you to. I am removing the yoke of financial bondage from your shoulders. It is being destroyed because of the anointing of my presence that now rests upon you. Lean into this peace. It is the precursor to the physical manifestation. When you feel my peace, know that the transfer is already in progress. I am moving people you have never met to favor you. I am opening doors in high places that no man can shut. I am rearranging the economy of your specific world to align with the limitless abundance of my kingdom. Believe it, receive it, and walk in it. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am standing at the threshold of your future, beckoning you to step into a reality you once thought impossible. The transition you are experiencing is not merely a shift in your bank balance, but a fundamental transformation of your identity. As you move forward, do not carry the rags of your past poverty into the palace of my provision. I am stripping away the scarcity mindset that has held your vision captive. I see the silent battles you fought and the tears you shed over things you could not provide for your loved ones. Hear me now, my promises are your inheritance. I am the one who calls things that are not as though they were, and I am calling your abundance into existence today. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin, yet I clothe them in splendor. How much more will I clothe you, my precious child of the covenant? Your future is not a repeat of your past. I am severing the golden chains of the enemy that have tried to keep you tethered to the low expectations of the world. Where your ancestors struggled, you will soar. Where they were denied, you will be welcomed. I am placing a key in your hand, the key of David, which opens doors that no man can shut. This year is your year of the open door. I am releasing the hidden treasures of secret places so that you may know that I am the Lord who calls you by name. You will find that even your past mistakes are being turned into milestones of success. I am redeeming the time you thought was lost. The years the locusts have eaten are being returned to you in a single season of supernatural increase. You will find yourself in rooms with people of influence, not because of your own striving, but because my favor has paved the way. There is no lack in me, and since you are in me, there is no lack in your future. This time next year, your hands will be full of the physical evidence of my goodness. You will be able to say to the mockers and the doubters, "Behold what the Lord has done." I am your shield and your exceeding great reward. Do not be weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. And child, your due season has arrived. It is not a distant hope, it is your current reality. Rest in this. Let the anxiety fall from your shoulders like a discarded cloak. You are provided for. You are protected. You are profoundly loved. The wealth of the nations is being directed toward your purpose, for your purpose is tied to my heart. Go forth today with a smile on your face and a song in your soul, for the King of Kings has declared your victory. Your wallet is full, your cup is overflowing, and your life is a reflection of my infinite abundance. This is my word to you, and it shall not return to me void. As you stand on the precipice of this new dimension of provision, I want you to understand that I am not just filling your pockets, I am healing your perspective. For far too long, you have looked at your resources through the lens of scarcity, measuring your worth by the numbers on a screen or the paper in your hand. But I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am inviting you to look through my eyes. The transition you are experiencing is not merely a change in your bank balance. It is a fundamental shift in your spiritual DNA. You are moving from the survival of the wilderness into the surplus of the promised land. I am removing the spirit of poverty that has tried to cling to your lineage like a shadow. I am breaking the generational chains that made you feel like you were always one step away from catastrophe. This time next year, when you open your wallet, you will not see the remnants of a struggle. You will see the overflow of a covenant. I am the Lord your God who teaches you to profit, and I am leading you into pathways of prosperity that you have not known before. Hear my voice in the quiet moments of your day, for I will whisper strategies for increase. I will give you ideas that carry the weight of my glory, and I will connect you with people who will be the conduits of my favor. Do not look at the economy of the world with fear, for you are governed by the economy of heaven. When the world says there is a casting down, you shall say there is a lifting up. I am breathing upon your finances even now. Those debts that have felt like a heavy yoke around your neck are being loosed by the anointing of my presence. I am the debt canceller, the way maker, and the promise keeper. Your faithfulness in the small things has caught my eye, and I am prepared to make you ruler over much. I am stretching your capacity to receive, for I do not want to just give you a drop. I want to immerse you in the river of my abundance. This time next year, you will be the lender and not the borrower. You will be the one who stands in the gap for others, distributing the wealth I have entrusted to you with a joyful heart. For I am not giving to you so that you can hoard. I am giving to you so that you can be a fountain of blessing to a thirsty world. Look at your hands right now and see them as instruments of my provision. Every seed you have sown in secret, every prayer you have whispered in the dark about your needs, has been recorded in the books of heaven. The harvest is not just coming, it is already beginning to break through the surface. I am accelerating the time between sowing and reaping. You will find that even before you finish asking, the answer is already manifesting in your physical world. Rest in the assurance that I am your Father, and I take great pleasure in the prosperity of my children. Your wallet will be a testament to my faithfulness. It will be a constant reminder that you are never alone, never forsaken, and never without the resources of the kingdom. This time next year, your testimony will be so great that it will draw others to my light. They will see the transformation in your life and know that it could only be the hand of the living God. I am polishing your life until it reflects my brilliance. I am smoothing out the rough edges of your journey and preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. The scarcity of the past is a fading memory, and the abundance of the future is your present reality. Walk with your head held high, for the King is your provider. I am establishing your house and securing your future. There is no lack in my house, and because you dwell in me, there is no lack in yours. Trust the process, trust my timing, and above all, trust my heart. I have already gone before you to make the crooked places straight and the rough places plain. Your wallet is filled, your heart is light, and your path is bright with the glow of my favor. This is the word of the Lord to you, and it is settled in heaven forever. As this word resonates within your spirit, understand that the shifting you feel is the movement of my hand across the fabric of your destiny. What I have settled in heaven is now materializing in the physical realm, and nothing can halt its progress. You are entering a season where the word impossible is being erased from your vocabulary. I am the Lord of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the barriers that have hemmed you in for years. Your wallet is not merely a tool for commerce. In this season, it is a symbol of my faithfulness. I am filling it with the abundance of the heavens, so that you may never again have to bow your head in shame or anxiety. The sleepless nights spent worrying about bills and debts are being replaced by the deep, peaceful sleep of those who know their Father is in control. I am the God who provides the ram in the thicket. I am the God who sends the manna in the wilderness. If I can feed the birds of the air and clothe the lilies of the field, how much more will I do for you, my beloved? This time next year, your financial landscape will be unrecognizable. Where there were thorns of debt, there will be the lilies of liquid assets. Where there was the parched ground of poverty, there will be the flowing rivers of recurring blessing. I am teaching you a new way to live, not from a place of survival, but from a place of dominion. I am giving you divine insights and supernatural strategies that will cause your small beginnings to grow into a mighty forest of enterprise. Do not despise the day of small things, for the seed you hold in your hand today contains the forest of tomorrow. I am watering that seed with the dew of my favor. Your wallet will stay full because the source is infinite. I am connecting you to the great resource, and my riches in glory are your supply line. I see the tears you shed when you had to say no to your children or yourself because there was not enough. I am wiping those tears away with a yes that echoes through your generations. You are being positioned to be a lender and not a borrower, the head and not the tail. I am breaking the generational curses of poverty that have plagued your bloodline. From you, a new legacy of wealth and generosity is being born. Your children's children will walk in the shade of the trees you are planting now. This is a holy transformation. I am not just giving you money. I am giving you a new identity as a child of the King who lacks no good thing. When you open your wallet, let it be a reminder of my presence. Let every coin and every note be a testament to my grace. I am making your name great so that you can be a blessing. The world will wonder at the speed of your recovery and the scale of your increase. They will see that while others struggled, you thrived, not because of your own might, but because of my spirit. I am placing a hedge of protection around your finances. The thief shall not enter, and the locust shall not eat. Your harvest is protected and your storehouses are secure. Trust me with the timing, but know that the clock of heaven has already struck the hour of your visitation. The atmosphere around you is changing. The spirit of heaviness is lifting, and the spirit of abundance is descending. You are no longer a victim of the economy. You are an ambassador of my kingdom. Walk with the gait of royalty. Speak with the authority of the redeemed. For the Lord your God is in your midst, and I am mighty to save, mighty to provide, and mighty to sustain. Your wallet is overflowing, your cup is running over, and your life is a masterpiece of my provision. This time next year, you will stand as a monument to my mercy, telling the story of how I brought you out of the land of not enough and into the land of more than enough. The decree is written, the seal is set, and the blessing is yours. I am turning the pages of your story from lack to luxury, from begging to bequeathing. My hand is upon your finances, and my heart is towards your prosperity. Do not fear the unknown, for I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I have already secured your end. Your wallet will not be empty because I am its filler. Your heart will not be heavy because I am its lifter. Your path will not be dark because I am its light. Go forth in this confidence, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it, and it shall surely come to pass in your sight. Behold, I am opening the windows of heaven over your life, and the windows of your soul to perceive the wealth that I have already prepared for you. Do not look at the dry ground and fear for the harvest, for I am the one who sends the former and the latter rain in its season. My child, lean into me, for the intimacy we share is the very soil from which your prosperity grows. I am not just looking to fill your pockets. I am looking to establish your heart in the unshakable reality of my goodness. This time next year, the memory of lack will be like a dream from which you have awakened. You will walk through the corridors of your life and see the evidence of my fingerprints on every transaction and every provision. I am the God who calls those things that are not as though they were, and I am calling wealth into your hands. I am calling debt to dissolve like mist before the rising sun. I am calling favor to clothe you like a garment that never wears out. You have felt the sting of not enough for far too long, but I am the El Shaddai, the God of more than enough. My provision is not a reaction to the world's economy. It is an overflow of my eternal kingdom. Therefore, do not tremble when the news speaks of scarcity, for you are a citizen of a realm where the streets are paved with gold and the gates are made of pearl. Your wallet is a reflection of my covenant with you. It is a sign that I am your provider, your protector, and your shepherd. I am sharpening your intuition so that you recognize the opportunities I place before you. I am giving you the strength to seize the moments I have orchestrated. There are connections waiting to be made, doors waiting to be unlocked, and ideas waiting to be birthed that will change the trajectory of your family for generations to come. I am removing the spirit of heaviness that has made you sluggish in your pursuit of my promises. I am replacing it with the oil of joy and the garment of praise. Listen closely to my voice in the stillness, for I am whispering strategies that will outwit the devourer. I am teaching your hands to war and your fingers to fight in the realm of the Spirit, so that you may possess the gates of your enemies. By this time next year, your testimony will be a beacon of hope to those who are currently where you are now. You will be the lender and not the borrower. You will be the one who gives out of abundance, not out of obligation. I am enlarging your territory, stretching the curtains of your habitations. Spare not, lengthen your cords and strengthen your stakes, for you shall break forth on the right hand and on the left. I am your shield and your exceeding great reward. Your wallet will not be empty because I am the one who pours into it, and what I pour out, no man can take away. I am the Lord who teaches you to profit, who leads you by the way you should go. Trust the process of my providence. Even in the silence, I am working. Even in the waiting, I am providing. Your faith is the currency of my kingdom, and it has already purchased the manifestation of your breakthrough. Stand tall, for the King of Glory has entered your house. My peace I leave with you, my prosperity I give to you. It is not as the world gives, for the world gives and then demands, but I give and I add no sorrow with it. You are my beloved, and your welfare is my priority. Rest in this truth. Your cup will not only be full, it will run over, splashing the grace of my provision onto everyone you encounter. The desert of your finances is blooming like a rose, and the dry places are becoming springs of water. I have spoken, and I will do it. I have purposed, and I will bring it to pass. Your future is bright, your wallet is heavy, and your soul is satisfied in me. This is the word of the Lord to you, my precious child, and it is a word that holds the power of its own fulfillment. Walk in the light of this promise, and watch as I perform it before your very eyes. I am orchestrating a symphony of supply that responds to the rhythm of your trust. Where you once saw a wall, I am placing a gate. Where you once saw a pit, I am building a bridge. This time next year, you will realize that the mountain you thought was impassable was merely the pedestal for your greatest victory. I am releasing the storehouses of heaven to align with your needs. You are not a beggar at the gates of my kingdom. You are a child at the table of the King. Every crumb of worry is being swept away by the feast of my faithfulness. My grace is sufficient for your bank account just as it is for your soul. I am breathing life into your investments, your savings, and your creative endeavors. Nothing is too small for my attention, and nothing is too large for my ability. I am the architect of your abundance. I am the guarantor of your peace. The cycle of struggle is broken, and the season of surging supply has begun. Every seed of sacrifice you have sown in the dark is now pushing through the soil into the light of my glory. You shall reap in joy what you have sown in tears. The days of barely making it are replaced by the days of wondering how it all became so much. This is my promise, my decree, and my love made manifest in your tangible world. Do not look back at the empty places, for I have already filled them. Look forward to the manifestation, for it is closer than you believe. I am with you, I am for you, and I am your supply. I am your all in all. As you stand at this threshold, Let my words settle into the very marrow of your bones, for I am not merely a God of distant theories, but the God of your daily bread and your midnight needs. Do you not see that I have been orchestrating the winds to blow in your favor? Even when the trees bowed low in the storms of your financial uncertainty, I was strengthening your roots so that you might hold the weight of the coming harvest. This is the hour of your transition. I am moving you from the place of survival into the place of stewardship. You have asked for enough, but I am preparing you for surplus, because a full wallet in the hands of a faithful child is a tool for my kingdom. I am loosening the grip of every anxiety that has whispered to you in the quiet hours of the night. Those whispers that told you that poverty was your destiny are being silenced by the roar of my lion-like authority. I declare over you that your lineage is changing. The spirit of lack that haunted your ancestors will find no home in your house, for I have set a seal of blessing upon your threshold. By this time next year, you will look back at these moments of trembling and smile, for the reality of my provision will have eclipsed the memory of your fear. I am unlocking the treasures of darkness and the hidden riches of secret places, specifically for you. I am placing keys in your hands, keys to new opportunities, keys to wisdom that will multiply what you have, and keys to gates that were previously barred against you. Do not measure your future by the limitations of your past. Your past was a season of training. Your future is a season of reigning. I am the one who teaches your hands to profit and your heart to trust. Feel the shift in the spiritual atmosphere around your resources. Where there was a drought, there is now the scent of rain. Where there was a leak in your storehouse, I am applying the balm of my restoration. I am your provider, and I do not give sparingly. I give according to my riches in glory, which are inexhaustible. As you walk through the coming months, expect the unexpected. Expect the refund that was forgotten, the promotion that was delayed, the idea that will blossom into a river of income. I am breathing upon your intellect to give you divine strategies that the world cannot comprehend. You are not subject to the fluctuations of the global economy. You are a citizen of a kingdom that knows only expansion and peace. Every debt that has felt like a chain around your neck is being dissolved by the heat of my grace. I am making a way where there was no way, carving paths through the wilderness of your bills and obligations. Trust me with the small things, and watch how I magnify them. I am the God of the multiplication, the God of the 5 loaves and 2 fish, and I am doing the same miracle in your bank accounts. Your wallet will not be empty because I am the one filling it, and my hand never tires. I am teaching you to live with an open hand, for as you release what I put in your care, I will pour back in, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. This is the rhythm of the life I have called you to. The drought is over. The lean years have served their purpose in teaching you my voice, and now the fat years are arriving to demonstrate my power. Be still and know that I am God, the God of your finances, the God of your future, and the God of your peace. You are being carried by a love that does not fail and a supply that does not dry up. Walk forward with your head held high, for the King of the universe is your Father, and he delights in your prosperity. This time next year, your testimony will be a beacon of hope to many, for they will see the visible evidence of my hand upon your life. You will not just have enough. You will have enough to share, enough to give, and enough to rest. I am sealing this word in your heart. It is done. It is established. It is yours. My child, look beyond the immediate horizon, for I am shifting the very atmosphere of your expectations. You have long functioned in a survival frequency, but I am tuning your heart to the resonance of my abundance. This transformation is not a fleeting moment of relief. It is a permanent realignment of your inheritance. As you stand on the threshold of this new season, realize that the windows of heaven are not merely cracked open. They are being flung wide by my own hand. I have seen the nights you spent calculating, the moments your heart tightened at the sight of a mounting bill, and the silent pleas you whispered when you felt the weight of lack pressing against your spirit. I was there in every sigh, and I am here now in your breakthrough. I am teaching you that your security does not rest in the stability of the world's economy, but in the unwavering reliability of my word. I am the architect of your provision, and I am building a structure of wealth in your life that no storm can shake. This time next year, you will look back and struggle to remember the intensity of the fear that once gripped you. I am erasing the trauma of scarcity from your mind and replacing it with the confidence of a child who knows their father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Listen closely, for I am releasing divine strategies into your spirit. I am giving you concepts that will create commerce and ideas that will invite increase. Do not ignore the gentle nudges to sow, to save, or to start something new, for these are the seeds of your coming harvest. I am removing the devourer from your storehouse. Those hidden leaks, those unexpected expenses that seem to drain your resources just as you were getting ahead, I am sealing them shut. You will find that your garments do not wear out, your tools do not break prematurely, and your health is sustained, for I am preserving what I have given you. I am also calling you to a higher level of discernment. You will no longer be moved by the panicked voices of the world. When others speak of recession, you will speak of my progression. When others retreat in fear, you will advance in faith. I am making you a steward of my goodness. This wealth I am bringing into your hands is not intended to be stagnant. It is meant to flow. You will become a conduit of my grace, a river of blessing to those who are still wandering in the desert you have just exited. I am preparing you to be the answer to someone else's prayer. Can you feel the weight of my favor beginning to settle upon you? It is a heavy glory, a tangible evidence that you are no longer walking alone. I am bringing people into your life who will open doors you did not even know existed. I am orchestrating divine connections that will accelerate your journey from not enough to more than enough. You will walk into rooms where your name is already known and your value is already recognized. This is not by your might, nor by your power, but by my spirit. I am smoothing the path before you, leveling the mountains of debt and filling the valleys of deficiency. As the months unfold, you will notice a miraculous multiplication. Like the widow's oil that did not cease until every vessel was full, my supply will continue to pour as long as you have a heart to receive and a hand to give. Do not be afraid of the magnitude of this promise. My love is infinite, and my resources are limitless. I am not a God of just enough. I am the God of the overflow. I am doing this so that my name may be glorified in the earth, and so that you may know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I am your provider. Rest in this assurance. Let the tension leave your shoulders and the peace of my presence fill your home. Your wallet is being transformed into a treasury of my kingdom, and your life is becoming a testament to my faithfulness. The countdown has begun. 12 months from now, you will stand in a place of such profound prosperity that you will weep tears of joy, remembering these words and realizing that every syllable has come to pass. You are my beloved, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Walk in this light, breathe in this hope, and receive this truth. Your season of lack is officially over. The fat years have begun, and they shall be glorious. The fat years are not merely a season of accumulation. They are a season of deep restoration, where every fragment of what was stolen or lost is being gathered back into your storehouse with interest. I want you to look at the palm of your hand and realize that it is no longer a hand that clenches in fear, trying to hold onto the meager scraps of a desert existence. It is a hand that is being opened, widened, and strengthened to hold the weight of a heavy glory. For too long, the spirit of lack has whispered lies into your ear at midnight, telling you that you were born for struggle and destined for the crumbs. I am silencing those whispers now with the roar of my love. I am recalibrating your mind to think in terms of more than enough. You have been conditioned by the world to survive, but I am conditioning you by my spirit to thrive. When I speak of your wallet not being empty, I am speaking of a fundamental shift in the spiritual atmosphere surrounding your house. I am placing a hedge of protection around your finances that the devourer cannot breach. I am breathing life into your investments, your creative ideas, and the work of your hands so that they produce 100-fold return. Do not look at the economy of man. It is a shifting sand. Look at the economy of my kingdom, which is built upon the solid rock of my word. In this coming year, you will see the suddenlies of my grace manifest in your bank accounts. You will receive phone calls that change your trajectory. You will find favor in the eyes of people who have the power to open doors you didn't even know existed. But even more than the gold and the silver, I am giving you a heart of peace. The days of checking your balance with a racing heart and a sinking stomach are over. I am replacing that dread with a quiet confidence that says, "My Father is the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills, and He loves me." As the months unfold, you will notice a strange phenomenon. Money will seem to stretch further than it ever has before. Your needs will be met with ease, leaving you with a surplus that will cause you to look around and ask, "Who can I bless today?" This is the true mark of the transformation I am working in you. You are being moved from the position of a beggar to the position of a benefactor. You are being raised up as a Joseph in your family, a pillar of strength who can provide for others in their time of need. Do not be surprised when I lead you to give even when it seems illogical, for your obedience in the small things will unlock the floodgates of the great things. By the time the 6th month of this journey arrives, the evidence of my hand will be undeniable. You will look back at the person you are today and marvel at how far you have traveled. The lines of worry on your face will have smoothed, and the heavy burden of debt will have been lifted from your shoulders. I am the God who breaks yokes, and the yoke of financial bondage is being shattered right now. This is my prophetic declaration over your life. You will not just have enough to pay your bills, you will have enough to fund your dreams. You will not just have enough to survive, you will have enough to sow into the lives of the broken, the orphaned, and the widowed. I am making you a conduit of my provision, a river that never runs dry. Rest in this, my beloved child. Let the tension leave your spirit as you realize that the Creator of the universe is personally invested in your prosperity. This is not a distant hope. It is a current reality moving toward its full manifestation. Every step you take from this moment forward is a step onto higher ground. The valley of lack is behind you, and the mountain of my abundance is before you. I am walking with you, guiding your feet and whispering the secrets of my heart into your soul. You are loved beyond measure, provided for beyond imagination, and destined for a glory that the world cannot comprehend. This time next year, your testimony will be a beacon of hope for thousands, and you will know that I am indeed the God of the overflow. The fat years have begun, and they shall be more glorious than you ever dared to dream. Beloved, I want you to understand that the abundance I am bringing into your life is not a fleeting season, but a foundational shift in your spiritual and physical reality. Do not look at the world's volatile economy with eyes of fear or apprehension, for you are not governed by the systems of man, but by the eternal laws of my kingdom. While the world sees drought and scarcity, I am teaching your spirit to perceive the heavy clouds of my blessing gathering on the horizon. While others see a desert, I am opening your eyes to the hidden springs and subterranean rivers of my provision that have been prepared specifically for you. This time next year, The very issues and financial pressures that once caused you sleepless nights and heavy hearts will be nothing more than distant memories, testimonies of a mountain that I have leveled before your eyes. I am recalibrating the very capacity of your heart to receive more than you have ever dared to hold in your imagination. You have been conditioned by generations of lack and years of survival to think small, to pray small, and to expect only the bare minimum. But I am shattering those limitations and expanding the borders of your soul. I am stretching your spiritual and emotional capacity to carry the weight of my glory and the substance of my wealth. This wealth is not for your comfort alone. It is the divine fuel for the destiny I have written in your book before the foundations of the world. I am placing vast resources in your hands so that you can finally build the dreams, the ministries, and the legacies I have whispered into your heart during the quiet hours of the night. You will no longer be the one perpetually asking for assistance. You will become the one extending the hand of help, the one who seeds the breakthroughs of others. I am calling forth the buried talents, the dormant gifts, and the forgotten innovations that I planted within you years ago. They were not lost in the struggle. They were merely waiting for the soil of your faith to reach this appointed maturity. Hear me now, for I am speaking into the very fabric of your coming days. Your wallet will not be empty because I have linked its supply to my own inexhaustible storehouse. I am the God who multiplies the loaves and the fishes in the hands of the willing, and I am performing that same miracle in your bank accounts and your investments. Every debt that has felt like an iron chain around your neck is being loosed by the fire of my spirit. Every financial mountain that seemed impassable is being transformed into a plain. You are entering a season of supernatural acceleration, where one day of my favor will accomplish more than 10 years of your own striving and labor. This is the year of my holy recompense. I am paying you back for every year the locust of lack has eaten, every season where you sowed in tears but saw no harvest. I am restoring the joy of your salvation and the strength of your hands. As you walk out these days, keep your gaze fixed intently on me. Do not let the loud distractions and the fearful reports of the world steal the quiet peace I have placed within you. Your peace is the atmosphere in which my miracles grow. When you remain in me, you remain in the effortless flow of my provision. I am organizing divine appointments, strategic partnerships, and unexpected encounters that will propel you forward. You will find favor with people in high places, and they will feel a divine compulsion to assist you, not because of your own accolades, but because my favor rests upon you like a mantle. I am opening doors that no human power can shut and closing doors that would have led you into cycles of frustration. This is the hour of your emergence from the shadows. You have been hidden in the secret place, refined in the furnace of preparation, but now I am bringing you into the light of manifestation. The world will see that there is a God who cares intimately for his children, a Father who provides for his own with a lavish and unsearchable love. I am laughing at the plans of the enemy to keep you bound in poverty. I have already bypassed his blockades and overridden his decrees against your house. My word is final, and my word declares that you are blessed beyond measure. You are blessed in the city and blessed in the field. You are blessed in your coming and in your going. Your storehouses will be full, and your vats will overflow with the new wine of my spirit. This is not a distant dream. It is the current reality of my covenant with you. I am a God of my word, and I do not lie. Watch as the pieces fall into place with divine precision. Watch as the resources manifest from unlikely sources. Watch as the heavy burden is lifted and replaced with a garment of praise. You are my precious child, and it is my good pleasure to give you the keys to the kingdom. I am making you a pillar of strength and a source of blessing to your community and your lineage. This time next year, You will stand in awe of the magnitude of what I have done. You will look at your wallet and see the tangible evidence of my faithfulness. You will look at your life and see a tapestry woven with threads of pure grace. Rest, my child. Rest in the absolute assurance that I am working all things together for your ultimate good. The struggle is over, and the harvest has begun. Walk in the confidence that I am with you, and that my goodness and mercy are following you every single day of your life. The overflow is your portion, and the abundance is your inheritance. Drink deeply from the well of my promise, and let your heart be filled with the joyous expectation of my manifest goodness. You are loved with an everlasting love, and your future is bright with the light of my presence.